It's nice. I certainly grew up with Berkeley being, I think, the home of free speech is what we thought back when in most of the rest of the country we sure as hell did not have much free speech. So it's nice to see you're still setting new standards. Our wrap-up speaker on this panel is actually a surprise for most of us because he's from Arkansas, and frankly, that has not been a hotbed of marijuana law reform activity in the past. Ryan Denham, in fact, runs Fayetteville NORML, but more to the point right now, he is the director of Sensible Fayetteville, which is the sponsor of the lowest priority marijuana initiative. And hopefully, come November 4th, we're going to break some new grounds at Fayetteville, Arkansas. Come on up.
All right, well, as Keith said, I'm the campaign director of Sensible Fayetteville, and we have, in fact, made the ballot for lowest law enforcement priority and prosecutorial priority ordinance for the city of Fayetteville. I want to thank NORML for allowing me to tell you about our experience in Arkansas. Now, to give you a little background on Arkansas, we are one of the poorest states in the nation, predominantly conservative area. More than half of the counties in Arkansas are dry counties, or partially dry counties, meaning that liquor is restricted. In some counties you cannot even purchase alcohol at all. Including a restaurant. So, we are definitely up against, a battle of, we're trying to change the marijuana laws and, a lot of places you can't even drink alcohol. A lot of the politics in Arkansas are somewhat heavily influenced by the church. And, we are in the buckle of the Bible Belt, if you will. The Arkansas marijuana laws, 1 ounce or less of marijuana is a misdemeanor. That's up to a $1,000 fine, a year in prison. Your second offense for any amount, including, a tiny roach, is 6 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. That's an automatic felony, by the way. Now, if you get caught with more than an ounce on your first occasion, that's going to be up to 4 to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. So, pretty harsh laws in Arkansas. We spend more than $30 million a year enforcing the state and federal marijuana laws in terms of arresting and jailing marijuana offenses. We are the top 8th state in financial aid. The removal of financial aid from students who get caught with small amounts of drugs or marijuana. We have arrested about 7,000 people a year in the state of Arkansas for misdemeanor amounts of marijuana. In the 1999, the Arkansas legislature passed a resolution allowing the University of Arkansas, where Fayetteville is located, to do a feasibility study to look into the industrial aspects of hemp. Unfortunately, they didn't cover bioplastics or fuel. They just kind of talked about textiles, so it was kind of a disappointment. And in 2004, we also attempted a medical marijuana initiative, which I was not a part of, but we did not gather enough signatures for that. So back to Fayetteville. Fayetteville is located in the northwest corner of Arkansas. It's a population of 72,000. There's 38,000 registered voters in Fayetteville. It is a pretty unique town. It was the first home of Bill and Hillary Clinton, and they taught law school at the University of Arkansas there. It's routinely voted the top 10 places to live in the United States based on the economy, low crime rate, good schools, and the environment. It is home to the University of Arkansas and right down the street from the headquarters, international headquarters for Walmart. Which, by the way, most Walmarts sell multiple hemp products in the stores. A lot of people don't realize that. This is definitely one of the most liberal towns in Arkansas, with the exception of Eureka Springs. I don't know if y'all remember, but Eureka Springs, we did in fact pass the lowest law enforcement priority in 2006. That had 61% of the votes. So we're pretty excited about that. Eureka Springs is a small town, a small tourist town of about 2,200 people. Willie Nelson, as Keith told me before, used to party there quite a bit. Now, the mayor and the establishment there in Eureka Springs really endorsed our initiative. The mayor signed the initiative. And, a lot of the people in the small town were kind of upset that we weren't going for full legalization there. In Fayetteville, the marijuana arrests are fairly significant, in my opinion, being a small town. We're talking about 400 arrests, for the city of Fayetteville a year. And, so that's over, 1 arrest a day. 71% of all drug arrests in Fayetteville are for small amounts of marijuana. That is the cost of taxpayers of about $1.6 million just in the city every single year. And that has remained the same for about the last 10 years. So I helped co-found a NORML chapter in 2002. And we've been leading up to this initiative, building support on campus and other local political support. We drafted the lowest law enforcement priority initiative in early 2007 and formed a coalition of the local peace organization, the Omni Center for Peace, Justice, and Ecology, our county Green Party, and then of course the University of Arkansas NORML and the Students for Sensible Drug Policy at our campus. We really helped out some other groups in turn, so they would end up helping us out. We helped out doing some Green Party petitions, and then they came through and helped us out with our cause. So I think it's good to bridge and work with other people so you can gain support. So we started the initiative process last November. We needed kind of a high signature qualification. We need over 3,700 signatures to make the ballot, which may not sound like a lot, but for a small town that doesn't have a lot of foot traffic, trust me, it was a lot of signatures to gather. That was based on 15% of the mayoral vote from the last mayoral election. We had a lot of trouble, even gaining permission to get signatures, at even health food stores, even stores that sold industrial hemp products, were not very helpful in allowing us to get signatures. Most of the signatures we ended up getting were at the post office, on the college campus, and City Hall. To give you an idea of how hard this was, one person working 6 to 7 hours a day, you may be able to get 25 to 30 signatures, a day for one person. We did receive some funding from the Marijuana Policy Project and Drug Policy Alliance, which we're grateful for. We raised over $12,000 for this campaign. And a lot of people were real reluctant to sign this initiative. There was a lot of fear about being put on a government blacklist. And we did get a lot of help after the mayor of Fayetteville ended up signing our petition. And the University of Arkansas Dean of the Honors College also signed our petition. So that made people feel a lot more comfortable about putting their name on this in Arkansas. We have had a close mayoral race in Fayetteville. We have about 6 candidates running for mayor. And so we really immersed ourselves in the local political scene and made the politicians feel more comfortable with our issue. And after they saw our hard work and dedication, they took us a lot more seriously. And we were able to talk to them about the war on drugs and really educate them about a lot of statistics. Some city council members that were running for city council even used our